Hey everybody, this is Arathas, and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. So, where we left off at the end of the last episode is we actually got the key to get the hell up out of this pressure room. We just gotta find out where the door is. There it is. Let's get the hell up out of here and continue the story. It says lock. Let's go. All right. 3, 2, 1, and unlock the damn door and get the hell out of the room. I love how they always make a big conversation about, all right, are we ready to do this? It's like, you mean open the door and get out? Yeah, we're ready. Is this another warehouse?
Looks just like the one on the last floor.
There's even a big old door in the same spot where the number 9 door is in the other warehouse.
True, but it's rusted over. I don't think it's opening anytime soon.
No lever to open it anyway, that I can see.
Well, shoot. We couldn't possibly open that with our bare hands.
Duh. How much do you think that thing weighs?
You'd have about as much luck trying to lift a pickup truck, even if it was unlocked.
I want to know what those are.
Those white doors?
Are they chromatic doors?
Yeah, seems like it. I mean, look at this. It's one of those things that says lock.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah, just like the ones next to the other chromatic doors.
So you're saying all the chromatic doors for the next round are white?
Yeah, they were different colors before, but...
Guess things have changed for this round.
Yay. That's exactly what I picture going through Ten Miyoshi's head as he said that. It's like, yay, it's new rules. Before we could discuss the doors any further, a familiar robotic voice crackled over the speakers.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
One of the other teams opened the gate early.
Hello, X3105.
What in the hell they do that for? We haven't even started back yet. Never
Probably
mind,
Dio.
We just need to get back up there pronto. I'm worried about Quark. We need to hook up with Alice and Kay. The sooner the better.
Might be a while before we get the insane rabbit lectures. After, just before we do the second puzzle, the rabbit says we're not going to hear from it again. So, unless they changed it, unless it's just going to pop up and the rabbit was lying again. Stop. Also, hi. Right, got it.
Let's go.
Let's go see if Dio's back to being a dick. Probably. Dio is a bit of an asshole. I feel like none of this is necessary. You could just teleport me to the room. I can just assume they ran there. It's a weird design choice. Ah, well. We return to the Floor A warehouse to find only 2 people waiting for us. Kay, who'd gone through the red door, and Dio, who'd gone through the green door. We knew Dio was gonna be here. He opened that damn ambidex. I don't know what ending path we're on, honestly. I'm going to assume Ten Miyoshi, because I'm doing everything I can to stay on Ten Miyoshi's good side. And like I said, I kind of want to see more information about Ten Miyoshi, since he and Clover, he trusts Clover for whatever reason. He actually told Clover his real identity, whatever the hell that means. You know, so yeah. So yeah, after that, after we heard all that in Clover's ending, I kind of want to see where Ten Miyoshi's goes. So we went through the first door with him. We allied with him. He betrayed us. Then we went through the second door with him. So I'm going to try to ally with him again. Worst case scenario, he betrays me again and we get, game over, which isn't a big deal in this game.
Where's Quark?
We took him to the infirmary. At the moment, Alice, Phi, and Luna are looking after him.
Is he all right?
I don't know if I would describe him as all right, but apparently his condition has not worsened, if that's what you mean. He is still resting. However, we...
Good. I'm going to the infirmary.
All right, Tenmyoji.
Tenmyoji, please, wait!
Tenmyoji ignored Kay and took off at a run through the yellow door.
Oh dear. He's gone. There was something I needed to tell him.
Well, it's not like it matters. The girls will just tell him when he gets there. He ought to calm down once he's seen the kid.
Clover and I looked at one another, eyebrows raised.
What are they going to tell him?
Well, you see...
Did they find out he has Radical 6? Actually, we already knew that because of the scanner.
You found virus medicine in the laboratory?
Oh, nice.
Yes. Unfortunately, we found only a single vial.
I've not been to the lab yet. Because, see, we've been to the infirmary, the treatment center, and the pressure exchange room. Now, granted, we've been in the lounge and the crew quarters as well, but not to do the puzzles. Then we can cure Quark's Radical 6.
So it would seem.
Well, I guess we should head over to the infirmary and see how he's doing. Come on, let's
Right
go.
behind you.
I get the feeling you're meant to. I think everybody who plays this
He
game
should
wants
be
to punch
fine now.
Dio.
It might take some time for him to recover fully, but the worst is over.
Luna's voice was quiet as she stepped back from Quark. She held an injection gun with an empty vial. Delicately, she placed it back in the cabinet. Quark had been laid out on a crude cot and was still sound asleep. His breathing was even and his expression was peaceful. He looked like any other child sleeping soundly after a long day of doing whatever it is children do to amuse themselves. Any trace of the insanity he'd shown earlier was nowhere to be found.
Is he really going to be okay?
Possibly. I don't know.
Yes, we analyzed the vial and confirmed that it was definitely Excelivir.
No, on this route we went a different direction. We still went through the infirmary as our first, well, let's see, real quick. Let me look at the flow charts. So yeah, we went through the infirmary first. All right, yeah, that's the infirmary. And then we went through the, okay, hold on. The pressure exchange room, which is this one. So this is the route. So this right here would have been the treatment chamber where we actually froze him. So yeah. We analyzed the vial and confirmed that it was definitely
Now that I've
Excelivir.
administered it,
The Excelivir should eradicate the virus completely given enough time, right?
yes, that should be the case.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, what a relief.
Things were looking pretty sketchy there for a while, that's for sure.
I felt some of the tension disappear from my shoulders and I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. We weren't out of the woods yet, but at least Quark was safe.
Ooh.
Tenmyoji let out a long, shaky sigh and lowered himself onto one of the empty beds. He rubbed his hands wearily across his face and I thought I saw the glint of tears.
Alice, you and Kay, I don't know what to say other than thanks. You saved his life. I don't know the words to tell you how much that means to me.
Oh, please. It was nothing, really. We just happened to be the ones who went through the red door.
Where is Kay? He's not in here.
Red door. Oh no, it's the laboratory. I was like, wait a minute, that's not. I've never been. Yeah, that's the laboratory.
He's still in the warehouse. Dio and Kay stayed behind.
They went there to wait for you guys while we came back here. We figured someone should explain what was going on so you wouldn't come back to an empty warehouse.
So Dio and Kay were the ones who opened the AV gates?
Not both of them. There was only one door open.
Well, we should get back and tell them how Quark's doing. Kay will want to know at least.
Yeah, you're right. I guess. I was nearly there when Tenmyoji suddenly spoke.
That's right. You know that memory card we found?
This thing? Yeah.
I think I know how we can take a look at what's on it. What, you don't remember? There was a memory card just like it that we used to solve the puzzles in here.
Yeah.
I actually didn't remember.
He's right.
Pretty much every room in this has had memory card puzzles.
There's a slot next to the screen. It should work for this one, too.
Oh yeah, there it is. Right. Okay, let's give it a shot.
Yeah, I want to see what's on it.
All right, just give me a minute. Damn. I slid the card into the slot next to the screen. No sooner had I done so than an image of a waveform popped up on the screen.
Is there an audio file on here? Why don't we turn up the volume a bit?
Luna tapped a few things on the screen and a bar began to move across the screen. Before long, a voice drifted out of the speakers.
This is Control. How's it going over there? Bet you missed the sound of my voice, huh? Well, I gotta be honest. It's getting pretty lonely over here, too. Feeling kind of like howling at the moon. Lone wolf style. Speaking of which, I'm looking at it right now. The old girl is beautiful. Never seen a moon this full. And that color. Whew. Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to end 2028, huh? The moon's this amazing red. If it wasn't so beautiful, it'd be kind of ominous. Wish you guys could see it too, but... sorry, forgot.
You're quarantined.
You're supposed to be on Mars, aren't you? So, how are Phobos and Deimos looking right now? Sure hope I'll get to look up at them someday, too. Anyway, over. Hey, something wrong? Talk to me, guys. What, you gonna play hard to get because we haven't talked in so long? Enough jokes, all right? Knock it off.
I don't know if we actually are on Mars or like this is an experiment to like this building we're in is actually a test setup because it said you're supposed to be on Mars rather than you're on Mars. So I think this is like one of those long-term tests to see. They've never said a thing about the moon, Helios. So if there is something about the moon, that's a spoiler. Yeah, they've never mentioned the moon at all. All we know is that we got kidnapped on December 25th. We ended up in a place where everything is talking about Radical 6, a pandemic, and a what's it called? And we're in quarantine is everything we're seeing. People the whole game has been talking about the eclipse at the end of the year though. And let's see what else. But yeah, other than that, no, nothing else. That's kind of what it sounds like. Like there's a whole, like we learned in the last ending that there was a whole terrorist plot to unleash a virus to cleanse the world. And a bunch of the kids from the first game that had that, what was it called? Jesus, what is it called? That were in the first Nonary game where they actually where they were able to share stuff from the morphogenetic field, were recruited to try to figure out to try to help them solve find the terrorists and stop the plot. That's what Alice is doing with her life at this point, and that's what Clover and what's her name? Clover and her brother are part of it as well. Nobody knows anything about Junpei. Nobody knows anything about Santa or what's her name? June. Apparently, they started running after the end of the last game and kept running. Nobody has even the slightest clue where they went. Junpei went out to try to find them, and that's it. Nobody's seen any of them since. We've not heard anything about Lotus, although apparently, what's his name? Seven actually helped recruit and convince Clover to help him find the terrorists.
Where are you guys? Is there something wrong with the radio?
And yeah, Stahor, I agree with you. You'd think that people would know about a manned mission to Mars. So yeah, I don't think that's what's going on. I think this is one of those. They've mentioned it. We've always heard, well, goddamn, in reality, they talk about having to do these experimental isolation projects for a year or more or whatever, just to see if it's possible here on Earth. That's kind of what I'm assuming this facility is, if it is anything to do with Mars, like a test or practice run or some shit.
You're saying everything's green? Well then, what the hell's going on here? Why aren't they responding?
Better than going with June.
No, the video feed's online. Look, you can see all 9 of them, 3 at each table. What? Someone hacked our feed? What do you mean this isn't live? An old clip on repeat? Who would do that? What in the hell is happening here? This is Control. I repeat, this is Control. Please come in. I'm asking you to respond.
This is...
Oh, thank God. You really had me worried there. What happened?
6 of us are... dead.
What?
Counting myself, there are only 3 left.
How? Why are...
They were killed.
What?
I guess you could say I killed them.
Oh yeah, I know one's actually been done, Stahor. I've read about other planned ones. That's what I was getting at. But yeah.
No, that's not quite right. Not just them. Not just these 6. All of them. All 6 billion. Soon, I will have killed 6 billion people.
What now?
Are you there? Respond! Damn it. This is Control. I repeat, this is Control. We have an emergency situation. We have an unconfirmed report of 6 deceased test subjects. Deploy rescue and escort teams to the test site immediately.
Oh, there we go. Test site.
Shit. What the hell happened in there?
Is that it?
Yes.
What on earth was that?
Any ideas? I got only frowns and shaken heads in response. Only one person showed a reaction other than stunned confusion. Tenmyoji. Long after the audio ended, he stared at the screen, deep in thought.
Do you know something, Tenmyoji?
Yeah, I think I know what that was. It's probably a transmission from the Mars mission test site.
Mars?
I'm sorry, what?
You mean some kind of space travel?
What kind of test site was it?
Did you know that the government is developing spaceships with particle annihilation engines? These ships would be able to get humans to Mars a lot faster than old chemical rockets. But they don't want to just send a manned Mars mission off half-cocked. That was the idea behind this test. They built a whole complex on this old Air Force base in Nevada. The idea was that it would be a simulation of a manned mission to Mars with a crew of 9 men and women. They'd monitor the whole thing and use that data to plan the real mission.
So what we just listened to was a transmission from that project?
Yeah.
Why is something like that here?
Don't know why. We found it in the safe. No explanation. Dollars to donuts, it's got something to do with Zero's plan.
You mean we were meant to hear what was on that card?
Yeah.
It's all very interesting, but how exactly do you know about all this?
Oh, about the simulated Mars mission?
Yes.
Probably because it was common knowledge. Well, not common knowledge, but you could find out about it fairly easily.
I was involved with the project.
Involved?
Well, the intent was to create as accurate a simulation as possible. That meant we'd need to simulate the radio silence we'd experienced during conjunction.
What's a conjunction?
It means two things in space are close to each other. In this case, we're talking about a superior conjunction, where Mars and Earth are on the exact opposite sides of the Sun. So unless we've got some sort of relay, there'll be a period of time where we won't be able to communicate with each other. What we heard on that card was when the simulated conjunction was scheduled to end.
That's when they died.
Now, we don't know that. They could have died long before that conversation. All we know is that's when it was discovered.
So 6 of the test subjects died, right?
Sounds like it. Well.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember what she said? There was something about how she didn't just kill 6 people. She said 6 billion. What the heck did she mean by that? Probably
Just
the
what the
chemical
hell
weapon
happened
attack.
there?
Well, the biological weapon, sorry. Tenmyoji frowned and looked down at the floor. We were all silent as he paced slowly back and forth across the room. At last he stopped, raised his head and spoke.
The truth is that there's a chance a virus escaped from the test site.
A virus? Wait, you don't mean...
Yeah, Radical 6.
What? How can that be?
I'm just telling you what I know, okay? Nobody's sure how Radical 6 got in there in the first place, but one of the subjects might have been infected when they entered. Or the virus itself might have been an intentional part of the simulation.
God damn it.
The test site deaths became the index case for a pandemic. Anyway, prevailing wisdom says it got out somehow. And once it was out, it spread pretty quick. All across the planet.
And it killed 6 billion people?
No, not directly. Best numbers put only a third or so of those deaths as directly caused by Radical 6.
Umbrella, is that you? Possibly at this point, Jesus.
The other 4 billion died from the collapse caused by the deaths of that first third. The whole world just fell apart.
Wow, damn, I have a lot of questions. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start knowing where to start. Well, no, take that back. Explain that date. Unless I heard this wrong, the day the Radical 6 got out was December 31st, 2028.
Yeah.
But the day I got grabbed by the guy in the gas mask was December 25th, 2028.
Me too. Christmas Day.
I was kidnapped on Christmas too.
Clover and I were taken 3 days earlier, on the 22nd.
Yeah.
Then you see what I'm saying, right? That recording was made close to a week after we were all picked up. What the hell's going on here? That thing is from the future.
See.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I'm pretty sure you guys have been in here for a while. I would not be surprised if there are more of those cold sleep coffins around here. I would say based on that, what we just heard, X3105, there would be huge chunks of the world that would.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
We're out of time. We need to go back to the warehouse.
Wait, You haven't
Don't
answered.
care. I need more than 10 minutes to explain everything.
All right.
Half-assing it is just gonna make you more confused. Now get moving.
Could also be the corp from Doom.
That's enough! Shut your damn hole or I'm picking with Trey!
God damn, dude.
Hey, come on now.
Fine. Do what you want, but I need to get back to the AB rooms. I'd like to stay with Quark. He seems to be doing all right.
I'll stay here with him. Fi can do the voting for our pair. I can trust her. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, sure.
Well, if you'd be willing to do that, I'd be much obliged.
All right, then.
Thanks, Luna. Take good care of him.
Of course. I'll make sure everything goes fine.
Tenmyoji gave her one last nod, then turned and dashed out of the infirmary. Well, that's that, I guess. We should probably be going too.
Yes. We'll just have to wait to hear the rest of what he has to say later.
I'd rather just get it all out in the open now, but there's not much we can do.
Let's get going then.
I think the thing you're overlooking there, though, X3105, is how much more complicated the infrastructure and the systems in the world are now than they were then. If you have a third of the world's population just die, you're going to lose out on probably a lot of specialized knowledge, probably a lot of people who could maintain shit. So there are parts of the world that would, in that situation, you know, would collapse. That's true too, X3105. A lot of it's automated, but it also needs maintenance. And that's the thing, like you said, 99% of the population back then were farmers. So they could still, back then, it was pretty easy to recover if everybody was basically doing the same shit. Well, easier. So, yeah, no, that's why I agree. It wouldn't collapse in 2 weeks, X3105. That's why I don't think it's been 2 weeks. Based on the different time periods everybody was given, I think we actually were quarantined and our characters have been in here for a very long time. Because remember, they said there's cold sleep module. There's those cold sleep caskets. And they said they'd been used recently and then been opened. So I imagine this game, we've been in here for a while. But yeah, I agree with you. It wouldn't collapse in like 2 weeks. It would take a while, definitely. Yep. I'm guessing whoever kidnapped us brought us here, threw us in the cryosleep chambers. And yeah, that was it. Oh yeah, I'm not saying that society would definitely collapse in this situation. I will say I don't believe it would happen in like 2 weeks. You know, but some governments in some parts of the world would be able to react better than others. Some would be able to handle it better than others. And I'm pretty sure some parts of the world would collapse with that big of a change. I explained what had happened with Quark, then glanced around the room. Hey, where's Zio?
He has gone into his AB room.
Already?
Indeed.
Then he opened the first AB gate, right?
Of course.
Yeah. it'd be really difficult for the entire world to go down. But again, can't overlook the chance of like basically a cascading effect over time. Because you have a lot of developed nations that if the... Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. You have a lot of developed nations that would be completely fucked if the third world basically collapsed as well, because it's basically a lot of the established nations in the world aren't exactly self-sufficient anymore. So there's a lot of those that would be fucked. And then you'd have all the organizations, because you got to think, that big of a issue, chaos starts. You have all the organizations that are like, oh shit, now's our chance. And then you have nations that are like, oh shit, you know, and that's the other thing is you'll have a bunch of countries that are gonna be like, oh shit, our neighbor just got a lot weaker. Maybe we responded faster, so we're stronger, so let's go take them. And then just all kinds of shit's gonna go down. So yeah, you have a nice little domino effect that could potentially. So yeah. I think that's highly kind of depends. Of course.
This is bad. I won't be able to talk with him. This is going to limit my choices.
You've only got one BP left, don't you?
Yeah. Luna's the same.
If Vi chooses ally and Dio picks betray...
Phi and Luna will be penalized.
I don't have a choice. I'll have to...
Okay, I'll have to pick betray is what she said. I don't know why it skips sometimes. Hey, Alice, don't you have one BP too?
That's right. But Kay and I will be playing against Quark.
And he'll just default to ally. I guess you don't need to worry about getting penalized then, huh?
But what if Alice and Kay choose betray?
You needn't worry. That will not happen.
Dude, I don't know you.
Even though, as you have told me, Quark is recovering, he is still weak. Moreover, he is only a child. To betray an innocent child would be...
Yeah, that would be unthinkable. Even if you ignore his age or condition, it's hardly fair to take advantage of someone who can't vote.
So you'll vote to ally?
Yes.
Of course.
Well then, shall we go?
Yes.
Yeah, Helios, I wouldn't really be, too thrilled about that scenario, though. The Emperor reveals himself. God damn it, shit's about to go down really badly. Like, life's about to suck for everybody and everything. Kay and Alice nodded to one another and disappeared into the AB room, second from the right. Without saying anything, Phi turned and walked into the room just left of theirs. That left only myself, Clover, and Tenmyoji.
Do you remember what you said to me when you chose the blue door? Something about how you'd convince me to choose ally? Seems like now would be the time to let me know how you're going to convince me.
Well, it's not that complicated. I promise you that Clover and I will vote ally. That's it, pretty much.
I see. And you figure I'll believe you because you've only got one PP. Once you've told me that you plan to ally, I won't be able to choose betray. Since if you're telling the truth...
You'll kill me.
Not a bad plan, but it assumes that I've taken killing you off the table. Seems like a risky bet for you.
Yeah, Helios, but Catgirl abhumans are not worth, you know, all the other bad shit that he's gonna trigger. I'm not willing to take that trade.
And why is that?
Clover's BP is 6. If you ally and we betray it, then she'd have enough points to escape, right? She could run off through the number 9 door as soon as this round is over.
I'd never...
That's easy for you to say. But think about it from my perspective. Sure, you might not, but you also might. If I guess wrong, that's a pretty big loss for me.
Well, what if Clover tries to seduce you to get what she wants?
What?
Huh?
That's just an example. What I'm trying to say is that once you two are in that room, Clover might try and make some sort of bargain with you. I'm asking what you're going to do if that happens. Are you sure you'll still choose ally?
Seduce me, huh?
Hey! What are you staring at, you perv? There's no way on earth I'd do anything like that! Ugh! As if! In your dreams, creep!
You're the one who wanted to go on a date last time. Jesus, lady. Well, that's that then. Not gonna lie, though. I'm a little disappointed.
So I can trust you. You're gonna choose ally.
You can
Yep.
trust us.
Promise.
Of course.
We promise.
All right. I guess I'll vote ally too then.
3 minutes remain on...
Oh, we're gonna go to the
Looks
last
like we
minute
don't
again,
have much
aren't
time
we?
left. I'm trusting you.
Nope, not at all, Stahor. X3105 had a theory, though. Basically, they were kidnapped before they could actually... They were kidnapped... Alice and Clover were kidnapped before they were able to go after the terrorists. They were inspecting plans and making plans. So X3105, I believe, his theory was that they were in their bedroom going over the plans when they were kidnapped. Seems as good as any, I guess. Tenmyoji gave us a curt nod, then turned and strode into the second AB room from the left. Hey, you never know. They might just be really, really, really uncomfortable pajamas. Right, well, let's get to it.
Yeah. Hey, Sigma, I wanted to ask you something.
Lady, I'm already allying.
Could
What's
you
up?
pick betray for me?
No. What?
I mean, I could try and, like, tackle you.
I could also knock you the fuck out.
But you're so big and strong, you'd probably just throw me on the ground and that'd be it.
Yeah, well,
So I thought I might as well just ask you really nicely. Oh, I mean, I'd be happy to, pay you back. If you just pick betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
uh-huh. Anything?
Yep. Anything. So think carefully, okay? If you choose ally, you're trusting him with your life.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if he chooses betray, it's all over.
Huh? Are you really, really sure you can trust that old fart?
More than I can trust this sudden turn of events here. And the fact that you just lied to his face. So, yeah. He didn't lie to me. You lied to him. Out of the three of us, there's one liar here. Hey now, that's not very nice.
The only safe choice is to pick Betray.
But if he chooses Ally and we don't,
Then I'll have 9 BP.
and then you'll run out the door and leave the rest of us fuckers here to die.
But you don't need to worry about that. Even if I do get 9 BP, I won't just go and open the number 9 door all by myself.
Ha! When did Tenmyoji lie?
I mean, Alice wouldn't have 9 points yet. And I can't leave her behind. Please?
No.
Will you pick Betray?
20 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Like, we are gonna jump back to this point and see what happens if I do. But we're gonna ally. The voting machine was in front of me. I don't have much time left to think. Would I keep my promise to Tenmyoji and pick ally? Or would I betray him for Clover and...
If you just pick Betray
God.
for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
Sorry, lady, this is not a, situation that makes me horny. Sorry. In the end, there's only one possible answer.
3, 2, 1.
Vote has been recorded. Please wait.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
I mean, there's a time and a place for that shit, and it's not in a death game.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Uh-huh. Because imminent death doesn't get me off. That's why.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Looks like you managed to trust me.
Well, it seemed like I made the right choice.
Only did what I said I would.
You really helped me out. Also, by the way, Clover did actually try to seduce me and get me to betray you, so, you know, fuck her.
I could say the same thing. No need for thanks.
The corner of his mouth twitched into a grin. I felt myself smile a little in response. Clover, on the other hand, looked less than pleased. I don't give two shits.
That was a bad choice, Sigma. And after I told you I'd listen to anything you said.
Oh, shut up.
Oh well, whatever.
She sighed heavily, shot me one last annoyed look, and stalked off. Across the room, Dio and Phi were already confronting one another over their own results.
You tried to kill me and Luna. Can't say I'm surprised.
Ah, don't give me that. You knew exactly what I was doing. I knew you weren't stupid enough to pick Ally. You'd defend yourself with Betray, just like I would. Wait, where's Luna?
In the infirmary, looking after Quark.
Is that where Alice went too?
Alice? No, she went into one of the AB rooms with Kay.
Yes, we did indeed enter together. When the doors opened, however, she left, somewhat unsteadily, in the direction of the cyan door.
She left the warehouse?
Ah, hell, Radical 6 is affecting her now.
Indeed.
Last time it was Phi. Before that, in all of them, so, well, it was also the kid.
Without
Quark.
even checking the results?
Correct. There was little reason to check them.
Yeah, it's not like Quark was gonna betray you.
Indeed.
And you two still choose Ally. Man, what a pair of bleeding hearts.
If you say so. Being mocked for my compassion is a small price to pay for retaining my humanity.
Where did Alice run off to?
While we were in the AB room, she mentioned being quite tired. Perhaps she went to one of the cabins to rest.
Oh, well, I guess that would make sense.
An ominous rumble filled the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates.
Okay.
There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
So we can get all the points we need.
That means the star keys can be used, if I understood that announcement correctly, that is.
Why isn't it letting me skip hit this? I've heard all this.
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get off. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, he did. Can you guys show me your bracelets? I want to see what all our colors and groups are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. Huh? It looks like all the colors are weird. Clover's a cyan pair. Phi, I don't know, Phi is a magenta pair. But Tenmyoji's a yellow pair.
3 solos are red, green, and blue. K's red, Dio's green, and you're blue.
Then how are we supposed to group up for the chromatic doors? I think they're going to be white this time.
Ah, yes. Dio told me about them. Very interesting.
Yeah, they're white. I had a good look while I was waiting for Sigma to show up down in the warehouse.
You should have seen them too, Phi.
Yeah, I did. You're talking about the doors in the Floor B warehouse, right?
Yeah, so lay it on us. How are the groups going to shake out this time? Phi nodded and began to explain. Option A. Tenmyoji and me would form one group. Phi, magenta, and Dio, green, would form another group. Clover, cyan, and K, red, would form the third.
Huh? Wait, you mean there's only one option?
Yeah. There's no other way we can group up to make white. Alice, Luna, and Quark aren't here to show us their bracelets, so we don't know for sure what their colors are. But it's pretty clear they'll all be pairs, since none of the pairs here have a partner.
So they'll be yellow, magenta, and cyan, right?
Right.
All right, what now? We've got plenty of time until those white doors open.
Yeah, about an hour it looks like.
I'm gonna go find Alice.
I don't care.
Of course. I'll come with you then.
Clover gave her a shrug and the two of them headed out through the cyan door.
Do I really need to say it?
What? The infirmary, right? You're gonna go check on Quark?
Yeah.
He gave me a nod and trotted out through the yellow door. That left only 3 of us, Dio, K, and myself. What are you guys gonna do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head over to the lounge and have a drink.
You know, I think the next ending I might try to get at some point. Like, I think if I could figure out how to work it, I might try to get Dio's ending next, just because I know it's gonna, like, piss me off to have to deal with Dio a lot. So I kind of want to get it out of the way.
You want to tag along, Kay?
I I kind of don't want to save, because I know we have to get all the endings to see the true ending. And he's really the only character I straight up despise. The only one so far. Like, some of the other characters annoy me on and off. He's the only one I hate, so I'd rather get him out of the way as early as possible.
Are you making fun of me?
Alice is not very, to me at least, in this one. She's not super likable, but I don't hate her either. She's just kind of, wow, you're annoying. And then, yeah. Kay has seemed perfectly likable so far, yeah.
I find it rather hard to drink with this mask on.
Ah, right, of course. My bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Clover anymore. Her personality jumps around a lot.
Well, I'm out. Late.
With the lazy wave of his hand, Dio slouched off toward the magenta door. Yeah, she is. It took me a moment to realize Kay was following him.
Hey, what is this? You following me?
No, you must be mistaken. I hope to investigate Floor B further.
Yeah, I'm hoping as we go through it that not everybody's personality jumps around as much as hers. Although, to be fair, the betray thing she was just talking about, actually is consistent across both endings both of the things we've seen before. Because if you remember in the last playthrough, like the last ending before, you know, Quark got put into the deep freeze and all that. Well, actually after Quark got put in the deep freeze, but before she had that conversation with Tenmyoji where apparently he told her something, she was actually pushing us to betray Quark so we could get 9 points and leave. So, yeah. Oh, I don't blame her. I mean, she's been in multiple of these damn games. I wouldn't be surprised if she had gotten a bit of a shady streak to try to figure out how to get out of this. We tried. They wouldn't let us. Well, they let her go, they didn't let me go. That was the game over ending. In her ending, her true ending, things got dark. I don't know if you guys have watched the VODs. I know X3105 was here for the true ending for Clover. But yeah, that shit got dark.
There are still several rooms I haven't visited.
Okay, you don't have to tell me your life story. See ya.
Yes, it was. The conversation ended as they reached the door and stepped through it. All right. What should I do?
Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to end 2028, huh?
Of course. I need to get the rest of that story out of Tenmyoji. The words were scarcely out my mouth before I set off at a dead run down the hallway and toward the infirmary. Huh? There's nobody here. The room was completely empty. I edged forward and peeked around the partition. There he was, Tenmyoji. He was standing next to Quark, apparently oblivious to my presence, looking down at something in his hand. A picture. I must have made some small noise because he suddenly looked up, saw me, and hastily shoved the photo back into his pocket. What was that? It was a photo of something, right? Was it yours?
Forget it. It's got nothing to do with you.
But all the stuff we had with us when we got grabbed was taken away. Why were you hiding
Why
it?
should I tell all of you about one measly photo?
Exactly. It's none of your business. Anyway, where's Luna?
I asked her to leave. I wanted to be alone with Quark for a bit. So, why are you here?
I wanted to hear the rest.
The rest of what? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about that simulated manned mission to Mars. We heard that recording about it.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I'm getting old. Memory's not what it used to be. Seem to be forgetting a lot of stuff lately.
Hey, nice try, pal, but you're not getting away with it this time. You remember something, all right. You remember so much you told me it'd take way more than 10 minutes to tell it all.
You really sure you want to know? Maybe I'll tell you, and then you'll regret it. Maybe you'll wish you'd kept your fool mouth shut.
I mean, it's a fair assumption, Helios, after the lady said she basically killed 6 billion people, and Tenmyoji confirming it. I mean, it's a fair assumption.
Just think about all the hopes you've got for the future, and all the happy memories of your past. What if what I have to tell you makes everything you've ever believed ring hollow, and the whole world just crumbles around you? You sure you want that?
Hey, come on, you don't need to threaten me.
This isn't a threat. I'm being honest here. Are you really, truly prepared?
Well, of course. I never got the chance to say I am. You know, in this game and the last game, these characters are really good at interrupting when we're about to get useful information. Before I could, Fi exploded into the room, her face a mixture of anxiety and fear.
Good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Alice is... Look, just come with me, all right? She's in the number 2 cabin.
Without waiting for a response, Fi spun around and ran back out of the room. Apparently, Arathas, Jesus Christ. Ugh, I am tired. But yeah, apparently. Because yeah, every one of these fuckers is doing what he was doing. Like every single goddamn one of them. I think every character in this game so far, except Dio, maybe. I think Dio and Kay. Yeah, I think Dio and Kay are the only two who have never interrupted us when we were trying to get information. Evidently, Helios. Tenmyoji and I exchanged a quick, confused look, then leapt up and took off after her. Hey, she got stabbed with a scalpel. Alice. Honestly, it's one of the risks of me streaming when I'm tired. I glance over with the intent to read chat, and I'm trying to get into the habit of reading chat so like anybody watching the VODs knows what I'm responding to. It's just read my own damn name out loud. Yeah. I mean, the first game got pretty close, you know, except for, I mean, we at least had a casino and a bar, some really nice bedrooms. Granted, we didn't spend any time in it because we were being rushed through because we were under the supposed threat of drowning. It felt as if I'd walked straight into a brick wall. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No. Why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to buckle, and I put a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down. Calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. Then at last, I pressed my fingers to her neck, and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly, she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No, it's not true. Why? Then I noticed it. All the blood must have distracted me, but now I saw that there was a scalpel buried in her chest. Judging by the position of its handle, she had been stabbed through the heart. That would actually be pretty cool, Stahor. I felt a sympathetic twinge of pain in my own chest and my stomach lurched. Bile and hopelessness rose up in my throat. I stood, hands balled tightly into white knuckle fists, and took a deep breath. All around the room were the rest of the Nonary Games participants, except of course for Quark. I wanted to ask which one of them had killed her. Even if it had been one of them, though, there was no way they'd answer. All I could do was stare at each one of them in turn, ask myself, is this person a murderer? The looks they traded with one another suggested that I wasn't the only person wondering if they were standing next to a killer. An unsettling silence filled the room. Clover was the first to speak.
Who did this?
I don't fucking know. I don't particularly care either, Clover.
Say something! Answer me!
No.
Please, Clover, calm down.
What you gonna do if I don't answer?
We don't even know if she was killed. Then what happened? An accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
No, Luna is saying that your crazy-ass friend may have stabbed herself.
Cool it, kid.
You did it, didn't you?
Are you nuts?
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Clover, even if we assume that she was murdered, that doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Wait a minute. You went into the AB room with Alice during the last round, didn't you? Something happened in there, didn't it?
No, nothing happened.
Don't lie to me!
Oh yeah, I don't doubt Dio would kill her if it would, like, benefit him. Like, I fully believe he would have stabbed her if it helped him out somehow.
There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened! If she was going to leave, she'd tell me! She...
Hey, Clover. Don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit?
How can you look at her and say that? Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves! Oh, I see. I see. I get it now. You're all in on it, aren't you? It wasn't just one killer. It was 6!
Okay, so, that's why we don't have Junpei. Clover is the new Junpei. Clover's a fucking moron this time around.
No wonder you're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Clover, please, just settle down.
Fine. Show me some proof then. Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend.
That's... You want proof that we didn't do something? Clover is exactly in that stage right now, X3105. Hate to tell you that, but basically that's where we're at with Clover now.
Or I'm going to kill every last one of you bastards!
Give it your best shot, lady.
You're all going to die just like she did!
Hey,
9,
hold on a minute.
8, 7.
I want to see her try to take on the dude in metal armor.
Clover! 6, 5, 4.
Clover!
3, 2, 1.
And Kay knocks her the fuck out. The fuck? What now? Oh, son of a... Is that what's going on? Oh. Yep. Because this used to extend all the way down here. I'm guessing that this is the continuation is dependent on lock number. Yeah. There's something else we have to do before it'll let us extend past this. Oh, that's what's going to happen. We're going to go do another quest line. We're going to get some information in that quest line. And Sigma's going to get the information from the morphogenetic field like he did when he was talking to Tenmyoji at the beginning of this run. Yeah, I think they do it like this, Stahor, because of the whole, they're trying to push the whole morphogenetic thing. They really have, they've already re-explained the morphogenetic thing like 3-4 times this playthrough, X3105? Oh god, no. God damn it. I didn't click on anything in the flowchart. That was my mistake. Since I hit return, it took us back to that thing. All right, so I guess we're going to go back through this. No, I agree. Acting irrationally, but good God, that was like on whole at the level. Everybody in here must be a killer. It's like, really? Do you think Quark was in on it too, lady? Okay, so we're going to go back here and we're actually going to do what Clover wants us to do. Just to get this other branch.
Hey, Sigma, I wanted to ask you something.
I do agree with that, Stahor. Like, I think I'm probably right about the reasoning why they're doing it this way, but I do agree they shouldn't even let you go down the path if you don't have the information. Who knows? Maybe we get it on this path. I doubt it.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
But yeah, I really do think it would have been better if they just didn't even let you down that path without the information. Maybe they just felt that... Maybe they felt like they didn't want to, you know, manipulate your choices that much, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Points have been assigned.
I have no idea, honestly.
Accordingly.
Oh yeah, this feels scummy as hell.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
But yeah, the 2 branches we get in the story are ally betray almost every time.
So, that's how it is, huh? Promises are made to be broken, I see.
Hey, I didn't like doing it, man. Sorry. I just couldn't bring myself to trust you.
I could have chosen betray and killed you. That was a possibility.
Yeah, after all, you did choose betray in the last round.
That was a completely different situation.
Was it?
Well, in any event, your idiotic paranoia has given Clover 9 BP. How do you intend to deal with that?
Don't worry. She'd never try and open the...
Really? Then what's that?
She went straight to the door.
Look, I believe she's standing in front of the number 9 door right now.
What the hell? No, no way. So yeah, she is willing to betray and abandon her friend. Which makes no sense that she freaked out as hard as she did about
Oh, the number 9 door.
Alice dying. We went back, chose betray like Clover wanted us to, and now she's escaping all by herself. She's opening the door and abandoning everybody.
She opened it.
Shit!
She hasn't said anything yet. We were talking to Tenmyoji. Tenmyoji's like, oh, you betrayed me. And then Sigma says something along the lines of, oh, she'd never leave by herself. And Tenmyoji's like, well, then what's she doing in front of the door behind you? Clover, what the hell are you doing?
Sorry. Alice gave me an order, though.
Clover, you have to get out of here and call for help. My BP's down to 1. I'll have to play the AB game at least 3 more times in order to get to 9. If someone beats me to it, then we'll be trapped here forever. That can't happen. I'm giving you an order as your commanding officer. Escape.
I wouldn't be able to follow orders if someone is like, I am your commanding officer and is dressed like that. I wouldn't be able to follow those orders. I wouldn't be able to take that person seriously. What about the promise you made me?
Promise?
You said you'd listen to anything I said.
So, I am, aren't I? I can sure hear you well enough. Every little word is reaching my ears, isn't it?
Then I want you to listen very clearly. If you do get us all out of here and I find you outside, I'm gonna take a crowbar to your kneecaps.
What? Were you thinking of something gross?
No, I'm thinking about maiming you, actually.
You're a perv.
Hey, come on now.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Anyway, I did what I promised, so I'll be heading off now.
Clover!
Clover!
Fucking bitch!
Thank you, Dio. For once, I agree with you.
You're not getting out of here!
Dio leapt toward Clover with a roar, but she danced quickly aside, dodging his punch with ease.
Bye, guys.
With a last carefree grin, she leapt through the number 9 door. Well, at least she's consistent in this one, too. Like, she's taken a little bit too much glee in her escape.
The number 9 door has closed.
She was given that order by Alice last time as well.
This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
I mean, we'd hope they'd be able to get
gone.
in here. But here's the pleasure I'm taking in this situation. This is how I'm gonna think about it. She's gonna get out there, and it's gonna be a post-apocalyptic wasteland. She's gonna be the only living person. And she will be miserable for the very short amount of time before she dies out there. That's how I'm gonna handle this, because I'm assuming, yeah, we've been in this facility for a long time, and yeah, the world's dead. We'll see, though. I don't know.
Shit!
All we can do now is wait for her to call for help.
Help, huh? Let's hope there's still someone who can.
What's that supposed to mean? Tenmyoji said nothing, just shuffled off through the yellow door and out of the room. A cold silence descended on the rest of us. It was a silence that promised to remain for a very, very long time. That'd be hilarious. This is a space station and the number 9 door is an airlock, so she just spaced herself. I could get behind that ending. Well, to be fair, Phi is not bad. All right. So there we go. So every route has a bad ending. I could continue down this route. Except I don't know what direction that goes in. I mean, I could go all the way back here, but I'm not sure I want to. I don't remember what my other choice was up here. So we allied. No, god damn it all to hell. This is my fault. I keep hitting the wrong damn button. I mean, Dio is a piece of shit. I'm not sure how to get his ending other than just starting over from the... Like, I don't know which one of these is Dio's. I know it's not this route right here. So I'd have to go here and then go one of these routes. I don't know which ones yet. So yeah, I don't know which one's Dio's. So I don't know. So at this point, nope. So this is when we allied the first time. What's over this way? I assume I'd have to betray to go the next route. I want to finish this as far as I can. So we're going to go this way. Clover and I were a pair. That meant I had to choose one of the 3 solos. Oh! Well, doesn't that work? We did this one. Right? Went through the blue door with Tenmyoji. Yeah. Well, I guess we go through the red door? With Dio? I'll take Dio. That means the red door for us.
Whoa. Betting on the dark horse, huh? Feels kind of weird to say that about myself. Anyway, might as well be polite. Thank you.
You okay with that, Clover?
Well, I don't really trust him, but...
Well, I sure as fuck don't trust you anymore.
If Alice really wants to go with option B...
Can you imagine if the morphogenetic field is in effect here every time, after all the other endings we've seen so far, every time Sigma looks at Clover, he's just getting messages from the morphogenetic field going, bitch, don't trust her. Just based on the information we have right now.
Yes, this works fine. Kei, Tenmyoji, and I will take the green door. It's not great, but it's better than Dio. I'm good.
Well, I'm willing to do option B.
Yeah, I'm not saying she really is. I mean, we'll see on the true ending how it is, but I think it'd be hilarious if, like, based on just the information we've seen so far, you know, I can just imagine right now the information, the morphogenetic field is not having anything good about her.
Quark should be fine if he's with Luna.
Okay.
Yeah, that will you go out on a date with me was really out of the blue when we, in that last, well, the first ending we had with her.
I'll take good care of him. I promise.
What about Phi and Kei?
No problems here. I'll take Quark and Luna and we'll do the blue door.
I also approve of option B. I will take the green door, correct?
Yeah, good. Looks like we're all set. Kei nodded and handed Quark gently to Luna.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Come on, guys, hurry. The door's already closing.
Coming!
I know!
Then get your asses moving. With seconds to spare, we leapt across the threshold.
2, 1, 0.
I imagine it's one of the other three. Like if we look up here, I'm imagining we can't deal with, we can't hook up with, well, we can't see June's or Kay until one of these other three main branches.
Chromatic doors closing.
Because I would like to see Kay's, but I would like to get Dio out of the way first. Now, where does this take us? What is this? There are 3 different doors?
Which one do we take?
Dunno, but it looks like they're all locked anyway.
I mean, to be fair, X3105, you could say that for all of the endings so far.
So this is a dead end? Great.
Oh, chill the hell out. No, hold on. What's that thing?
It's got a lever.
Don't get too attached. It's probably a lever.
Oh, God. Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
No.
Am I great or what?
No, you are sure as fuck not.
Huh? Huh?
It might be. I don't know. It depends on where this door takes us. If it takes us to the laboratory, yes. That was where the medicine was for Quark. I don't remember if it was or not.
Hey, Sigma, is this chick simple or something?
Yes. Yes, she is. Because, yeah, I don't know if they were talking about this red door, Stahor, or the primary door. The primary red door, like, back another step. Because, yeah, we have to go through 2 series of chromatic doors. So I don't know if this is the one they're talking about. I wouldn't rule it out. Thank you, Sigma. Let's just take it easy with her, okay?
Hey! What kind of a gentleman has a secret conversation in front of a lady?
You ain't no lady.
I guess it can't be helped, though. You boys just secrete secrets.
So, it's pretty clear, as much as I disliked Snake, he had, he got all the intelligence in the family.
Oh man, I'm good.
Sigma, please, let me give her a smack.
Oh, I would love for you to give her a smack. I would love it. I wouldn't do that. What if it only makes her worse? That's the only reason.
Well, I think that's enough genius comedy for now. How about we throw that lever?
I thought you said we should stay away from it.
Well, you don't really think anything bad's gonna happen if you pull it, do you?
For all I know, she might be going more and more insane. I have no clue what the hell's going on with Clover at this point.
Besides, it's not like we can go back.
Fine. I'll do it. Ready? Here.
The center one opened.
Looks like the others are still locked, though.
Through the center one, then. Forward!
She's drying out. This is basically what's going on, X3105. Without waiting for a response, Clover marched through the door. Dio and I shared a glance, shook our heads, and followed. Hey! So yeah, this is where they said they found Quark's medicine. Well, this looks convoluted as hell. What is this place?
Well, it said laboratory on the door, didn't it?
Yes it did.
I figure that means they're dissecting frogs or building mind rays or something.
Mind rays, huh? A laboratory, huh?
Do you think they might research stuff like viruses here? If they do...
Good idea. We might be able to find some of that Accelavir.
If we do, we can cure Quark.
You really think it'll be that easy?
I mean, we hope so. Well, somebody's a positive thinker.
Shut it. Just saying. This place hasn't exactly been set up for us to succeed so far.
I wonder if this is what's gonna unlock, just saying, I wonder if this is what's gonna unlock the other route for the rest of the route for Tenmyoji. Because everything to do with Tenmyoji and Quark is linked, because they're related. So maybe if we're involved in getting the cure, or we learn something here that unlocks it, because this is where they got the cure for Quark. So you would think that'd be a big deal for Tenmyoji's storyline. Well, we won't know until we look, so let's get started. That's my hope, at least, is that this will get us back to the main story. Not the main story, but back to Tenmyoji's stuff. All right, well, there's a lot of shit going on here. They have a replicator. There's something on this tray. An empty capsule. It looks like a ball. There isn't anything in it. You think we're supposed to stick this metal part into something? Probably. A cylinder full of seeds. They're thin and don't have any markings. Tray, nothing on it. A binder. There's some paper inside. Let me see that. It says steps for dissecting a frog. Well, okay. A binder. Looks like there's 2 pieces of paper in here. Yeah. Let's see here. Hydroponics research 1. What exactly were you guys growing up in here? And 2. What's this thing? Who knows? Well, you guys are fucking helpful. A strange machine. We don't know what it does, so it's probably best to leave it alone for now. This will be the worst group to try to find a way to escape. Okay. There's more seeds. Cylinder full of seeds. They're round. One half is colored and the other isn't. Is this a microscope? I tried looking at the eyepiece, but it's pitch black in there. Well, there are these 4 holes on top of it. Maybe we need to stick something in them. It's black. There's nothing on there. So yeah, I'm just gonna do my standard little walk around and try to pick up everything. There's a large lever. There's a rectangular hole. There's a lot of shit on the wall. Look at all these pipes. I think they run down to the beakers underneath. There are handles where the pipes meet. If you turn the handles right, the liquid goes right. And if you turn it left, the liquid goes left. So maybe if you put it in the middle, half goes to the left and half goes to the right. What is this liquid then? Probably water. What do the numbers mean? Are they supposed to indicate the amount of water that flows out of each pipe? There aren't any units, but it looks like 80 somethings of water comes out of the center pipe. And then each pipe after the split gets 40. So we're supposed to regulate the flow of water with the handle so that each beaker gets the correct amount. Yeah. How do we get the water to come out in the first place, though? I think you probably just pull that lever over there on the right, like this. After turning the correct valves, pull down on the lever on the right to pour water into the beakers. Let's give it a shot. No, let's not give it a shot. I want to go. I don't like to do the puzzles until I've had a chance to pick everything up. Yeah, I want to go over there. What's this thing? That thing on the top looks like some sort of industrial strength lid. The seeds probably go in there. If you open it up, it looks like a blender or something. I don't think you're supposed to do it for cooking, though. Maybe it's for scientific experimentation. We are in a lab. You'd hate to see how easy mode overloads you. I agree, Stahor. Hey, you could probably pulverize just about anything with something this heavy duty. All right. A binder. There's some paper inside it. It says DNA extraction instructions. A cylinder full of seeds. They're thin and have stripes. Can I combine you with anything? What's over here? More seeds. God damn. They're round and stripy. The devil's in the details, you know. Saline solution. Sip. This is saline solution. What the hell, Clover? What if that'd been poison or something? You worry too much. I just pretended to drink it. Then how the fuck you know? It says on the underside of the lid. Why would it be labeled on the underside of the lid? What the Hey, frog. Look, it's Lord Hoppington. Don't give it a name. Aw. Looks like he's dead. Yeah, he's probably been preserved. I think the liquid inside is ethanol. How do you know? The smell. Really? Yeah, it smells like disinfectant, right? And besides, scientists preserve stuff in ethanol all the time. The hell is this? A dead spider? Maybe it's a fake beard. Have you ever seen a person with a beard like this? Yep, my grandpa had one. It looks like a root. It's probably some kind of preserved specimen. Okay. She is. She is very much... Her personality is switched yet again. Like, I'm hoping they explain it as being... Hey, I'm gonna need that. It's a scalper? Sorry, it's a scalpel. I'm hoping they're gonna explain it to... Is that a cat playing with a ball of yarn? No, it's a lion eating the sun. Are you even looking at it? Don't start. Don't, Sigma. Don't. It's a lion. How are you not kitting that? What? Sorry. It's sort of a tick I picked up when I was a kid. Whenever I talked about cats, I kind of, well, you heard. That's pretty weird. I don't want to hear it, Clover. Yeah, I'm hoping that it turns out to be like the Radical 6 or some other shit that's like causing her to act like this. Because it is really weird. It just kind of came out of nowhere. Cylinder full of seeds. They're round and don't have any markings. Yeah, she didn't act anything like this in her main ending. Maybe some kind of waste tank. Looks like a thigh tank. Are you for real? Huh? Why'd they put a speaker here? That's a drain. What's wrong with you? All right, so we picked everything up. So the only thing we're really sure about right now, we can dissect the frog because we have the instructions. Okay. I think we should start with dissecting the frog. Jesus Christ, this is a lot of crap. So, okay. I mean, we could go to the microscope, yeah. We can't see anything, though. Yeah. Yeah, it's not letting us interact with it. Like, could we use the frog over here? No. Huh? Okay. I'll just pour the froggy ethanol into the drain. Read the instructions for what, Stahor? Because, yeah, they said right now the screen is black on the other things. So let's see, memory card. We've already done that. Hydroponics research. Prepare the 5 different hydroponic fluids, dilute with a ratio. Okay, well, you need to read that, but this is the one for the microscope, right? Proceed through the following steps to extract DNA. No, that's actually not from the microscope. That's from that weird little grinding machine. Okay. Remove the specimen from its preserving ethanol. Dispose of the ethanol by pouring it down the drain in the fume cover. Well, I guess I skipped that top step. I mean, I just jumped right to it. The ethanol will be filtered and gathered in the liquid waste tank beneath the cupboard. Begin dissection using provided scalpel. Collects liquid waste. The ethanol I poured down the drain should be in here. It's a little big, but I have a feeling we should take it. Huh? Oh, okay. Well, let's hope someone knows how to dissect a frog, because we weren't given much in the way of instructions. Sigma, what are you gonna do with the scalpel? Are you gonna cut Lord Hoppington open? Yes. Well, I don't really have a choice, do I? But poor Lord Hoppington is already dead. What are you freaking out about? It's dead. That's not the point. It's still sad. Yeah, it is kind of sad. Oh, for the love of... The frog is dead. It is an ex-frog. Fine, I'll do it. Hey, well, I guess that saves me the trouble. Was that X3105? Huh? Something came out of his stomach. A blue capsule. A small capsule, half of it is blue. It has some sort of metal protrusion, so we have 3 of them. Oh, I think we're gonna have to do something with these over at that little machine over there. Not this. This is where I feel like we have to go next. Are you gonna use the seeds in the mixer? Yeah, you think I shouldn't? No, I just mean, do you think you should put all of them in? I mean, all 5 different types of seeds? Yeah, huh, interesting. Why not? Okay. All right, done. So basically you want me to go through all of them. Okay, well, you said to put in all 5 seeds. I figured it would just do it. Place plant materials in designated blender. Oh, I gotta use that last one. Once the material has been thoroughly broken down, add in a solution of saline water. The liquid will be filtered and dripped down into the beaker. Once it is done so, collect the ethanol into the pour the ethanol. Okay, so we need to do saline next. Or potentially this. Nope, won't let me do that. Okay. So saline. All right, I'll just pour the saline in here. There's a funnel above the beaker. Filtered liquid comes out of it eventually. Okay, looking good. Well, step number 3 says something like this. The liquid will filter into the beaker. Add ethanol to the liquid. I guess you're pouring the ethanol then. Come on, there it is. All right, next I need to pour the ethanol into the beaker. I don't know what the fuck we're making. I'm, well, probably Excelivir. Then, I guess this should do it. Do you suppose this gel here has the DNA in it that we're supposed to collect? Probably. So what do we do with it? Does the manual say anything? Yeah, there's a 4th step. I think we have to put it in something. All right, I'm gonna dip the protrusion on this capsule into the stuff in the beaker. Awesome, you got it all. So 2 colors so far. All right then. Now the only thing I know to do next is the only other thing I can interact with currently is this, but I feel like I should also be able to do something with this. There's nothing on the screen. Maybe it's connected to the machine next to it. Oh, hey, look at that. Look, the screen changed. What's going on? You put it in the yellow capsule, right? I think it reacted to that. Why? Don't know. But I was just thinking. Thinking what? Well, the thing we just put in had plant DNA in it, right? Maybe that caused this. Anyway, let's have a look. Look at that. So we got the first code. I don't imagine this is the gold file. I imagine this is the escape. Perfect. That's just what we need. Yeah, now we can get in the safe. What happens if I put... Nothing happens when I put that one. Ah. Well, I don't want to escape yet, so we're just gonna do this. Because I get to choose when we leave. We've noticed that. We don't have to leave immediately. Oh! That's got to be the easiest gold file we have ever gotten. Yeah, that was oddly simple. You did it. I guess I never clicked on that. Okay. Secrets. The facility has 2 stories. The top floor is referred to as floor A, and the bottom floor is called floor B. Okay. When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. If we assume the brain currently operates on a 1-to-1 basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces this to 1/1/6 or approximately 1 to 0.408. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels that only 0.408 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds, or Radical 6 seconds, have passed outside. This is why the virus has been termed Radical 6. Those affected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Ah! Okay. So that's probably what happened to Alice. And we know that's what happened to us in Clover's ending. And probably to everybody else in that room. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception caused the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of the virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but thus far we have been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows, and rats are everywhere feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats who've grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. Oh. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Oh Lord, please let their future be a bright one. This is an excerpt from the Journal of a Researcher. Due to space constraints, some sections have been cut out. Okay, so we have been in here for a while, so the government threw people in here. And what, basically froze them? Because, yeah, it sounds like it's been a while since the plague. So, yeah. Yeah. What? It sounds like someone named a doll Jumpy, but why? The secret of Quark's hat. Oh, you think his hat looks kind of weird? There's that huge band that just wraps around his head. Is he hiding a pair of Ferengi ears? Or maybe he's just a young Lobot? Well, this is just between you and me, but he's got missiles in there. The sides of the hat are hiding those pods, like you see on helicopters or SAM sites, except those missiles are tiny. And when he gets in trouble, both sides of the hat open up, and they just fly out all at once, like, psh. Just kidding. Actually, he just keeps snacks in there. Excelivir. An antiviral medication made to counteract Radical 6. More specifically, it's an antibody with a natural resistance to the virus. It was found and extracted from an individual in 2038. Aha! And then replicated using the IG replicator. An Excelivir injection is the only known way to fight off a Radical 6 infection. Child version of a beer hat? Apparently, yeah, Star. So yeah, it's been at least 10 years since everybody believed they were captured. At least. That was when they discovered the drug. Was 10 years later. Now, see, this makes more sense back to our conversation earlier. About whether a third of the population dying would destabilize the world. If it was an ongoing problem for a decade and everybody who got infected killed themselves and there was mass suicides for 10 years all over the planet, that's more understandable. All right. But again, I can't remember if she was knowledgeable about it or if she saw it in that little medical scanner. But I think she mentioned something about it, yeah. All right, so now we need to try to get the hell up out of here. I'm actually very surprised that we got that so quickly. So, just because, I mean, it seems obvious, but I didn't think that would be the gold file. I honestly thought, whoa, furball. I didn't see anything about the roots, but yeah. Well, I guess I didn't look at this one. Research has shown that there's a distinct and repeatable relationship between the fluid used and the type of seed. These relationships can be characterized in the following manner. The long seeds failed to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Round seeds in fluid B, yellow, and fluid D, cyan, failed to germinate. None of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid C. Non-marked seeds failed to germinate in fluid A, so red, or fluid B, yellow. When the striped seeds were put into fluid D, cyan, and fluid E, blue, only one of them failed to germinate. My God, I'm not going to remember this shit. I'm going to like take a picture with my phone of that here in a second. Because yeah, I don't want to be jumping back and forth to see all this, so 1 second. And they don't let me access this stuff once a puzzle has started. Which is kind of annoying, I'll be honest. Okay. But yeah, I honestly thought that everything I had put together was like we were gonna get the key to escape, so yeah. Prepare the 5 different hydroponics. Okay. So that's clearly this. 1 part fluid, 10 parts water. Each fluid has a distinct color. Well, let's start the puzzle. All right, so if we assume the 3, I'm going to assume 3 is how much water we need to put in there. I'm guessing. Let's click this and see what happened. Failed. Like immediate failure. Okay. So I just need to figure out what direction I want these things to go before I touch anything. Maybe we start by splitting all the water. All right, it's gonna just gonna laugh at me. We poured the water into the beakers and all the lights are green. Okay. You did it, did I? So, if we follow the instructions, we need to, I assume, figure out which one of these beakers gets what seed. Man, this conversation in chat is taking a creepy turn. What kind of seeds am I holding right? Well, let's see. So let's start with the... I think this is the long seed, right? Yeah, long unmarked seed. I'm the least heretical one here. So the long seeds failed to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Okay. None of the marked seeds germinated in C, so it could be C. So based on all the notes I'm reading, the long one would have to go into D. So I'm assuming A, B, C, D, E. Each seed requires a particular kind of culture. Place each seed in the appropriate beaker. By dragging a seed on top of another seed, you can switch them. Press oh, okay. I'm not sure what's going on, but here goes. I thought I was already in the game. That was easy. You did it, Sigma. I did. It wasn't actually that difficult. You've sown your seeds. Oh, good God. Don't say that. Huh? Why not? Just don't. Quiet, you two. Look at this. Hey, a red capsule. Give me the capsule. We still only have 3 of these, though. Shouldn't there be 4? It's full of chicken. What? Come on, it's poultry, guys. Sure. That would be all these. There's a specific one you... Oh, DNA extraction. We've done this. Liquid will be filtered. That's what we did to get the yellow one. Good evening, Schmond. Welcome. This is where we got the blue one, I believe. Is by dissecting the frog. The hydroponics is how we got... Yeah, the hydroponics is how we got the green one. Green one? No, we don't have a green one. Red one? Red one. That is not for this puzzle. Yeah, we have a red one, a yellow one, and a blue one, right? No, purple, whatever. I have no idea where to go to get the fourth one. Preparation 2. No, get off of that. Oh, let me bring that back up. 1 part fluid, 10 part water. Prepare the 5 types of plant seeds, 2 long seeds and 3 round seeds. The beakers, I don't need to mess with them anymore. I can leave these alone now. It's not letting me do anything else with these. Can I do anything over... You know, I've never really... Oh. Strange machine. We don't know what it does, so it's probably best to leave it alone for now. Mix the seeds in the grinder again? I can do that. I can try, at least. Because, yeah, I'm kind of lost now. All the seeds are gone. Like, I don't even have them in my inventory now. So we use this thing to get DNA. I wonder if we could use it on anything else. Well, we will if we have to, I guess. That's so vague. Why is every relationship always about what the guy wants, huh? What the fuck, lady? I've got needs too, you know. I mean, I'm the kind of girl who's totally devoted to her man, but that's a two-way street. What the hell are you talking about? Exactly, Sigma. Yeah, I thought we tried using the root here last time and it said nothing. Oh, okay. Now it will. Well, there we go. I guess we had to do the seeds first. All right, done. All right, saline. There's a funnel above the beaker. Filtered liquid comes out of it. Eventually. Okay, looking good. All right, next I need to pour the ethanol into the beaker. What about hints, X3105? Also, it's going really well, Schmond. How's it going for you? Yep, after I put all that in, I should be able to use the orb to get this. Like we did with the... whatever color we got from this. I think it was yellow? Ah, awesome, you got it all. Small capsule, half of it is green. It has some sort of metal... yeah, we know. It's hilarious that the puzzle to actually get out of here is more difficult than the gold file this time. Sigma, come here. What's wrong? I can see something in here. What do you mean something? Just look. It's easier than explaining. Alright. The heck is this? Probably a simplified version of a DNA sequence. A is adenine. G is guanine. C is cytosine. T is thymine. I think we can manipulate it. Yeah. Looks like the puzzle has to do with pairing these bases. Bases? Yeah, DNA is made of 4 bases. Adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. However, you can only bind A and T or G and C. Anything else just won't work. These are called complementary base pairings. You sure know a lot about this stuff. I guess so. Anyway, you should be able to solve the puzzle now. I agree, Stahor, I agree. That's suspicious. Give it a shot. Reposition each row so that each A is connected to a T and each G is connected to C. All right, let's go. Move each row sideways until the letters match up. Oh, okay. Click and drag. It just resets. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay. That one stayed, though. If I do this, will it just reset? Oh, okay. Apparently... Okay, so I need the whole row. Okay, no, I got it. Okay, let's reset the whole damn thing. So we're basically just trying to make these pop up and... Okay. Okay, yeah, that doesn't look... Well, we got the A right there that we need, and the T right there, and the G and the C. No, those won't work. So I got that one wrong. Ooh, I don't want to move that. The fuck? No, can I? Did it. Good job. Okay, sure. That was awesome. You want a treat? Fuck you. I'm not hungry. You're turkey. What in the hell? Yeah, she's losing her mind. Stop screwing off. We don't have time for that. Now get over here and look at this. Huh? There's something on it. Is there? Sun, sun, moon. Well, I'm glad one of us did. It's 3105. Completed. Oh, there's the Accelevier. Ha, it opened. Awesome. The suspense is killing me. Okay, what have we got here? First is another map. So to the one from the lounge. Yeah, we've We've picked up so many of these maps. It's okay. All right, let's keep looking. There's a lot of stuff in here. These are key cards. Each one's got a picture of a moon on it. Then these have to be the cards the announcer was talking about. Looks like they gave us 2, just like with the sun cards. I'm a solo, so I'll hang on to one. Cool? Sure. Fine. Whatever. Next up, we got a notebook. That looks more like a journal than a notebook to me. Anything interesting? I can't even read any of this. Are they even letters? The heck is this? Isn't it a journal? It's got dates and stuff. Maybe, but I can't read any of this. What language is it? Who knows? Maybe it's Brazilian. They speak Portuguese in Brazil. Anyway, what else have we got here? Looks like 2 more things. Is that medicine? Huh. What's the sound label? Excalibur. Axeliver? Wait, didn't Luna say something about Excalibur? She did. You're right. This is it. This is Excalibur. It's the cure for Radical 6. So you're right, Starhorse. She knew about it. Oh, hold on. Let me see that later. We need to get out of here as quickly as possible. Yep, we need to get this stuff to Quark. First, we got to head out of this room. Yeah, but that's easy. You got it, right? We found this key in the safe. It should open the exit. Yeah, especially since if we were all well, that's the other thing. She didn't say she wasn't there when we were having the conversation about being kidnapped. So we don't know when she showed up in here. Because the only people that were present when we were having that conversation were Clover. Yeah, it was Clover, Sigma, Phi, and somebody else. I don't remember the last one. But yeah, Luna wasn't there. So she never said she was kidnapped, but yeah. Technically, if she was kidnapped when we were, she should know about Excalibur because it wouldn't have been created for another 10 years. Yeah, let's go. Okay, where's the damn door? Oh, that's Frog. Let me out. Out, I say. You guys ready? Yep, let's do it. Let's get it over with. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Again, they always make such a big deal about opening a goddamn door. It's like, yes, we opened the door, great, but we don't have to do a countdown every damn time.
Hey, hold on a minute.
Yes?
There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Then why you stopping us?
Huh?
First off, this machine.
Yeah?
We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
That's true, we didn't.
I was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. Look at the side here. There's a name or something. IG Replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
It sure does. So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah.
Imperial Guard replicators.
Probably copies IG, whatever that is. Who knows?
Any ideas?
Ice cream by the gallon?
Of course, this machine must be here so we can just make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You're one idiotic girl, you know that? In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one.
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
Yeah, even though I don't think he really cares. He was right, of course. I hung my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
That's right.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah.
The vial. Could you show it to me again? I didn't really
Fine.
get a good look at it before. You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Excelavir?
Yeah, definitely. As I spoke, I pulled the vial out of my pocket. See, it's written right there on the label. Excelavir.
You really are an idiot. Although I
Huh?
guess in this case, the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... The words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Dio slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Give it back
I
now.
don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
There's plenty of lab equipment I could bash you over the fucking head with, so technically, no, I don't.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose ally.
Ally? Wait, is that why you took the medicine? To blackmail me?
Horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage.
Well, we already know he can't fight. He wasn't able to actually, like, punch Clover, and she was barely even paying attention. She was trying to escape.
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so.
I don't give a shit.
I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
I didn't realize until they started to hurt that I'd curled my hands into fists. If Dio would only give me an opening.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
I mean, that is an issue. He patted his pocket gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
But then what's to keep everybody else in here from fucking murdering you and beating you to death afterwards? Damn it.
That's not fair.
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be. So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick ally?
Fine, I promise.
Sigma!
I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works.
What's to keep me from killing you, though, as soon as you give me that vial?
But don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and, well... See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
With one last self-satisfied chuckle, Dio strutted out of the room. I'm gonna betray him first.
Are you really going to do what he says? Sigma,
Yeah.
you've only got one BP right now. If we choose ally and he chooses betray,
I know. I'll drop to -1. That means I'll
but
get
that
penalized. Look, it's not like I want to, all right? If we don't do as he says, then he'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, then Quark will.
So you're going to die to save his life? That's...
Why are you smiling right now?
Why would you do that?
In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. I didn't wait for Clover's response. That was the plan. The first time through, I'm gonna pick Betray. I mean, we know we can go back through the ending very quickly, so yeah, I don't mind. I think that's the point. Get to all these branches and go down both sides. So yeah, we'll do it.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Okay.
45 minutes.
Sorry, I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio. In one of his hands was a moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned, and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to the next round.
Huh. I glanced around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back, as was Phi, and of course Clover. Where'd Tenmyoji and the rest
They're
of them?
in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
How's
I
he
see.
doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then, huh?
Right.
So what was your room, Sigma?
So that's what must have happened in the last ending when we couldn't get, like, in Tenmyoji's before it locked. There were... Dio had found the cure. Like, Dio was in the laboratory in that one as well. But he was in there with Kay, so I imagine he wasn't able to get the medicine away from Kay, or figured Kay would, like, just tell him to go to hell. A laboratory.
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelivir?
Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Besides, beside me, Clover bit her lip.
I see.
So how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting? Phi only shook her head. With a unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged.
Where does that leave us? We've still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
Let's just vote.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice, Kay, and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelivir hidden somewhere in there.
What a bastard.
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quark's
Then
doing.
I will too.
Glad that's settled.
She nodded to Clover and they disappeared through the magenta door. Dio and Kay followed a few footsteps behind. So, where'd I put the scalpel? Okay then. Guess we should be going too.
Hold on. Show me that journal first. Dio told me about it. He wouldn't tell me anything about the lab except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language. He said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah, I don't give a shit here. Yeah. One sec. I dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Phi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Latin? You mean you can read it?
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
Oh, well, shit. So in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind of research log. It's not going to be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
Phi started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. Then suddenly she stopped.
Wait, I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
What's it say?
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute. Interesting. All right, I think I got it.
All right, 1 second, guys. I need to do something real quick. All right.
It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
What? Why are they talking about that?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
Shit sucks. Everybody's dead. When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. If we assume the brain currently operates on a one-to-one basis with regards to time, okay, we know this. We read that in the notes we found in the Golden File. Okay, that's exactly what we read before. Radical is another term for what is also known as the root operation, the function inverse to the taking of a power. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of this is unclear. And although there is as yet no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact, 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason would become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill all or at least disable Radical 6, but we've been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we've been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternative means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. Oh, God. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. Fingers crossed, right? The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. The entire area reeks. Yep, we know this. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats who've grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please let the future be a bright one. Yeah, we got all this from the Golden File. Whoa, that's a lot of information. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. If you get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's what, about 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah, it's the third time we've read that line. Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself.
There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written. I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Excelivir that cures it.
But in the journal, it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
We were frozen. Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When was this thing even written?
December 29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities? But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
You're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters, which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. We would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been infected.
And maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades.
Uh-huh.
While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up.
It's all just speculation, but
No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? Well, I guess in this case, he hasn't been in the treatment center. Most importantly, why the hell are we playing the nonary game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything else.
Sure. Fi had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
Changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
All right. And with that, she took the fuck off. She was gone. Man, I let a long, tired sigh and start off toward the infirmary. How's he doing?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
I made my way around the partition to the side of Quark's bed. Nice. The journal and the thing Fi and I had talked about would definitely need it. Would definitely need to be addressed, but for the moment, the AB game was what I needed to concentrate on. Lives were at stake. Mine. And Quark's. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. If the journal were telling the truth, then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him a second time? What if he managed to kill himself before we got to him? Or perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthetizing him forever. There was only one way to save Quark, and that was with Excelivir. Unfortunately, Dio had stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would end up dead. The question was, then, what to do? Sacrifice myself to save Quark, or keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself? It was so faint, I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa. Grandpa.
He shifted a little, then fell silent again. It was enough, though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I even considered letting a child die in my place? Honestly, I was going to hit betray anyway, but okay, whatever. Suddenly, my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. That I had considered letting Quark die even for a minute was pathetic. There was only one choice. There had only ever been one choice. No way was I going to leave Quark to die. My hands tightened to fist as I looked down at him, and then I reached for the scalpel and went and shanked a bitch. Any uncertainty I'd felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do.
10 minutes remaining.
That's a good point, Starhor. That would be an easy way to check it.
Polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded.
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back.
What about you?
Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you going to do if Kay and Alice vote betray?
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way.
Tenmyoji's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless. All right. Take care of Quark.
Of course. You worry about yourself.
Okay.
Let's go. Luna and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Tenmyoji and Quark behind. When we got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Well, not quite everyone. One other person was missing. Hey, where's Dio?
Take a look at the doors.
They're all closed. When we came in here before, the one on the far right was open.
And that would mean...
But he went in, I guess. That bastard. He'd probably been worried I might try and take the Accelavir from him by force, so he'd hidden himself in the AB room. What a coward. I'd made up my mind to choose Ally no matter what, but part of me had still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Now he'd made sure I wouldn't get the chance to try.
Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh,
Luna explained Tenmyoji's choice.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking Betray.
Right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes Ally, I can't choose Betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
Wow, that was a weird way to laugh.
You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
Really?
That laugh makes me a little suspicious, dude.
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well, I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
Kay continued briskly toward the AB room as if he simply hadn't heard Phi. Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Only seconds later, they disappeared into the third door from the left.
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
And people getting shady as shit.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
5 minutes.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
They headed off at a trot toward the second room from the right and were soon out of sight inside it. All right, Clover, time for us to go.
Okay. Right behind you.
Like, are you guys actually going to give me the choice to betray, or is he just going to pick Ally automatically?
What are you gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm going to choose Ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to Ally doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pick Betray.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose Ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way. He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points.
Well, what about you? You've got 6 BP too, right? Oh yeah, I'm going to betray the fool. If Dio chose Ally and we chose Betray, then you'd have 9 DP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up.
I don't trust you anymore.
I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's who he is.
So are you, apparently. And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is Ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Accelavir, even if you do what he says?
Because then I actually will kill him. Maybe he won't, but I can guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick Betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran toward the voting machine. No, stop. I snatched her by the arm and hauled backward with all my strength.
Ow!
Uh-huh. Sorry. Guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Oh, fuck off. Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die. Dio's going to kill you. You can't do this. I don't want you to die.
Ten seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
So did my character lose his memory or some shit? Because how the hell Like, why is she so fucking attached already? That's like creepy getting attached that quickly. There has to be something where our dude lost his memory or some shit. 10 seconds remain. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2.
Yeah, maybe
1.
there is a reason she actually cares about. Ooh, I do have a choice. You gonna betray that motherfucker? Vote has been recorded. Please wait.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Because, yeah, it's like, oh, by the way, you hear that shattering sound that Dio broke? Ask him what he fucking broke. Like, tell that to Tenmyoji? Clover and I walked slowly out of the AB room. Dio glanced over at us as he exited his own room. I looked away before he could make eye contact.
Sigma. Why? After all that stuff you said. I mean, it's not like I'm criticizing you. I think you made the right decision. You
Sorry.
don't need to apologize. I think I would have chosen betray if I was in your position.
I mean, yeah, you don't really know these people. I mean, shit. Quark's not my grandson.
We'll find another way, all right? We just have to keep an eye on Dio. As soon as he gives us an opening, we take it. And I'm sure Alice will help us too.
Oh, Alice is just itching for a chance to beat the shit out of Dio. Did you tell
It's
her?
okay. We can trust Alice. There's no way she told him. Anyway, let's go check the results.
Okay, I shall dispose of this little shit. Yeah. Uh-huh, motherfucker. You was gonna kill me. So Kay is the only one who reached 9.
Results. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Sorry, I decided to choose betray.
Oh, so you don't care what happens to Quark?
Keep talking. What kind of a cold-hearted bastard are you?
Jeez.
Please, just give it back.
Hey, Sigma, what are you talking about?
We found the Accelavir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What? You mean he has it right now?
Nah, I don't have it. Well,
What?
I won't have it in about 2 seconds.
The moment the words left his mouth, I knew what he planned to do. No, don't. This is like the dumbest thing Dio could do. It's like, okay, you're going to break it. And Quark's going to die. And now you have 8 other people in here who now hate you. Or, sorry, 7 if, Quark dies. 7 people in here who hate you and who will probably beat you to death. You have no chance of getting out of here alive after this. Dio snatched the vial out of his pocket, brought it up, and threw it to the ground.
No!
You bastard.
What are you doing?
A promise is a promise. If you'd chosen Ally, this never would have happened.
You do realize there's a follow-up to this. What are you going to do? It's not like you can run away from us. Where are you going to go?
You want to blame someone? Blame yourselves.
This is like, honestly, the most illogical, segment I've seen in one of these games so far. Ugh. I'd had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Bastard. I let out a guttural roar and leapt forward. only to be stopped short by a firm hand on my arm. It was Phi.
Hold it.
Why are you stopping
Because
me?
this isn't the time for that.
No, this is the perfect time for that. Huh? What do you mean this isn't the
Look
time
at the
for
number 9 door.
Kay. Kay was indeed standing in front of the door. What is he?
No!
9. His BP is 9.
What?
Ha Dio. Suddenly, we were all running toward Kay in the number 9 door. Yeah, see, he's gonna take off and abandon us too. Okay, what the hell do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? Well, that should be obvious. But if you insist, I am attempting to leave.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I assure you, I would do no such thing. I am perfectly serious. After a rational assessment of the facts, I have concluded that this is the wisest course of action. What is currently our highest priority? The answer is, of course, to save Quark. He must be taken to a hospital as soon as possible.
He's
For
got a
that
good
to
point.
happen, one of us must escape and call for help. Currently, the only one of us capable of doing so is myself.
You know, I actually don't mind his reasoning for doing this.
That is why I intend to escape.
And leave us all behind.
Unavoidable, but as I said, I do intend to call for help.
Couldn't you have at least waited until the next round? Then you could have raised Quark's BP to 9 and taken him with you.
And what would happen if Dio was Quark's opponent in the next round? I have no illusions about what Dio would do. This is the most logical choice.
Yeah. So now that Kay is getting out,
The number 9 door has been opened.
we've got time to kill. There's a scalpel. And, Dio. I say we all get comfortable. Well, aside from Dio, he's not going to be comfortable for the next couple of hours.
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Wait! Where's Alice?
Ah, yes. Alice is in the AB room. She has collapsed, but you needn't be concerned. She is only sleeping.
Oh, wow. Kay knocked her the fuck out.
Oh no! What did you do to Alice?
You will need to ask her yourself. I must take my leave.
Hey, god damn it! Wait!
Oh, try to stop him. Dio charged at Kay, but the larger man easily sidestepped him and tumbled nimbly through the door just before it closed.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for as the game is escape.
Okay, we know.
Please enjoy.
All right, so we got that ending. I wonder if this will open up 10 Myojis, though. It does. All right. So we only have time for one more today. Do we want to go down, continue the path of 10 Myojis? Or do we want to come back up this way and see what would have happened if we would have allied? I mean, I think we know what would have happened. So I leave it up to you guys. We follow 10 Myojis or we do the other half of this one. All right, we have one for 10 Myoji and one for Ally. 2 for Ally. Okay. Looks like 3 for Ally. All right. All right. You have spoken. Let's go. Yeah, it's not like we can't do the other one tomorrow anyway. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna get all of them. Kind of have to.
What are you gonna do?
All right, so all this is the same. Clover and I stepped out of the AB room. For several long moments, we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me, I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed toward the results screen.
Sigma.
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. You know, we could really shock Dio, too, and like... We found the antidotes for both of the things that the bracelet injects me with. The choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking. Oh, there I go.
Results from round. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Yep, suddenly all eyes were on me. I felt their weight but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Suparil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it. You'll keep your promise, goddammit. I groaned and with a Herculean effort lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then at last... The smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Back? Don't act like it's yours. Aren't we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Excelavir in the lab.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now you. I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Excelavir. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I've been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it toward me. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said unmistakably Excelavir. It was the real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out toward her.
Right. Of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now at least Quark will be all right. With that, the last of my strength left me and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma, are you okay?
No, I'm about to die.
Sigma! Sigma!
Yeah, exactly. What pocket? I guess this is it.
First is the Suparil, which put you to sleep.
We found the cures for both,
I guess
though.
You could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes. Once the Sopra was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant followed it. About 4 minutes already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. In 5 minutes, I'd be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? Huh. I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. You have the answers already. Access the damn morphogenetic field. Okay, Sigma, you can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Helplessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. Think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. To be continued. Damn it. I don't know why it needs to be continued. We already found the answer. Okay. What is the lock number 3? All right. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get us through to Tenmi Ojis. To start it. And then I'll save the game, and that'll be where we end it for today. Seeing as I am all out of time for today. Jump. Yep, at Alice's body. All right, so like I said, that is all the time I have for today. So thank you everybody for joining me. This was a really enjoyable stream. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the rest of the game goes. I really want to murder Dio, and I hope we will at some point, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like it'll be this time. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day.